All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Plant-Based Homestead Prepper, where we make prepping fun. And in this video, we're gonna be talking about. It's not gonna be a long one either, cause well, I guess I could drive to the other Lowe's. So I guess we do have a little drive time, cause I still gotta drive across town. Life is changing. Have you figured it out? Life is changing. Have you figured? And I'm not even talking about figuring life out. Have you figured out that life is changing? Gone are the days of, us, going to school, getting a good job, working there 40 years, retiring, and, living happily ever after. Those days are gone. Long gone. I mean, like, gone. Good morning, Jean. How are you? So I was just wondering, I've been thinking because, just been thinking a lot, and I've noticed that even YouTube has changed. Good morning, Tara. Been missing you. I'm able to make it to a live. Yep, been missing you. So I don't know if you guys are aware, but we have a pandemic going on. Not sure if you guys are aware, but we have a coin shortage going on. How that happened, I don't know. Not sure if you're aware, but we have like a food shortage that's lingering. I believe that we are swiftly approaching. Is this train going? Oh my God, the train is just sitting still. So I'm gonna go do what I started to do anyway, which is go throw this garbage disposal that I got in the back of the truck. Go throw it in a dumpster. So that made that decision because that train just sitting there. I can't even get past. What else? So we got a lot of things going on, and just wondering if anybody's taking note of everything that's going on. What happens if we wake up tomorrow and the money system that we have, the dollar that we're used to using and living by and living with, what if it's worthless? What if it's totally devalued? Then what? I don't even know. Honestly, I don't even know. I'm gonna try to do this real quick here. Y'all just bear with me. And you realize they had cameras up here, which is fine. I don't really care. I'm just gonna throw something in their dumpster. If they didn't want people to throw stuff in their dumpster, they probably would lock it. Right? Right or wrong? Probably right. All right, that was that. Get some hand sanitizer. That thing was so nasty. Ew. And I got wet. Got water spilled all over me. It's all good though. It is what it is, y'all. Then like taking a little, at least it was clean water. It wasn't like it was from the drain line. It was from the supply. So that's beautiful. What's this person doing? I'm telling. All right, so anyway, life is changing. Life is changing. And life is changing drastically. I mean, it's just things we did in 19 we don't do anymore. We used to go to we got some friends that we used to go to the movies with all the time, at least probably once every 6 weeks, once every 8 weeks, definitely. We haven't seen them in months, and if it hadn't been for their child's graduation, we wouldn't have seen them, last month. And these are people we hang out with all the time. Good morning, Tasha. How you doing, baby? Yeah, these are people that we hang out with all the time. So, you know, life is changing. You know, more people are sitting at home right now, twiddling their thumbs due to lack of employment. And I looked at a curve this morning. It was like other crisis, boom, today. And it's like, wow. You know, of course, anything can be, you know, doctored, and anything can be, you know, forged or, you know, shown to be one way and it's really not. But guys, wake up. You know, wake up. We are headed into, if things don't change, we're headed into a depression. You know. And that's what, you know, that's why I'm trying to diversify what we do in our household as much as possible, because honestly, I mean, this is about to be some trying times. It's truly about to be some trying times. It's about to be like crazy, real crazy. And I don't even know, you know, I normally teach saving and, you know, getting out of debt and everything like that. I don't even know if that's the right answer right now. I do stick by what I was saying before, where if you have, you know, crazy debts or whatever, and if the economy collapses, I do think they're gonna come lock you up and make you work. I do think that is possible. Definitely, depression is coming on. I mean, it's showing. It's swiftly getting there. I mean, you got folks that can't go back to work, and the government stops sending them money. Which, I mean, I don't know how many trillions of dollars that has been just to send, you know, unemployed people an extra $600. And that's another thing. Who came up with this $600? Who came up with that? Who was the genius that did that? People shouldn't be sitting around doing nothing. They really should be prepping. I agree with that. They should be. Who came up with this number of $600 a week? I really, truly want to know the logic behind an extra $600 a week. That's what I want to know. Because it's just, to me, it just seems random. Good morning, Indiana Prepper. How are you? The Democrats came up with the $600, but what's the logic? Can somebody please tell me the logic behind the $600? You know. And who came up with the logic behind the $1,200 stimulus checks? And have you guys noticed, or am I the only person that's noticing so many 30-day tags riding around these cars? I have seen more 30-day tags, maybe because I'm noticing it, but I have seen more 30-day tags, which means somebody just bought a car, whether it's new or used, pre-owned. I don't want to say used, pre-owned. I've seen more 30-day tags than I think in my whole life. What are people thinking? Do they think that this, you know, this extra $600 a week is just gonna keep on being printed and keep on giving to them? I think they base the $600 on average income and rent. Really? That's incredible to me if that is the case, because unemployment is normally like $200-300 a week, and then they base an extra $600, which tells you that what? Unemployment ain't about jack. If they're basing an extra $600 on top of your unemployment on the average of rent and mortgage, or whatever, you know, whatever Terry said, average income and rent. Okay, so if they're basing that, then that just goes to show you that unemployment really ain't about nothing. I remember when I got out the Navy, I was eligible for unemployment when, you know, upon separation, and I received it. It was like, I want to say it was like, might have been $320 a week. And I was like, what in the world is this going on? Now, granted, at the time, I was, anyway, I'm not even gonna tell y'all that. I think they gave the money to help people prepare for what is coming. That's a possibility. That's the best theory I've heard thus far. They were trying to come up with a number that would help most people from becoming homeless. Okay, well, I mean, that's another good theory. Yeah, unemployment in most states is reasonably low. Unemployment is low? Really? Or did you mean high? I'm confused by that one. But anyway, life is changing. Life is definitely changing. Golly, I can't remember the last time Jennifer and I went out to a restaurant and actually sat down and ate. That had to be like 2019, where we actually went out and ate at a restaurant. I mean, we ordered takeout here and there, and I'm about to stop that because we ordered a pizza today. We went and picked up the pizza the other day. I'm the only person in the place. Me and another customer walked in. We're the only two people in the place out of 5, 6, or 7 who have masks on. And I'm like, what is going on with this? Wow, incredible. So, yeah, I just think it's amazing that of what's going on, and I don't see any relief in sight. I hope I'm wrong. It's keeping us from my family. That is definitely one. You know, Tasha's speaking of this big shindig that we was gonna have for Granddad, and it's been canceled, you know, because of Corona. And the last thing I wanted to do was to be around Granddad, and then somebody brings Corona. And granted, you know, Granddad is, you know, he's the oldest in the family, but all the aunts and uncles, they not spring chickens either, you know. They're all 55 plus, well, close to it. So, you know, they're all susceptible. People took the checks, bought stuff, and used the no eviction law. Yep, they sure did. Because they was like, well, I'm just going to go and live it up. I ain't got to pay my rent right now. Oh, but listen. Pay time is coming, folks. What goes up must come down. What goes down must come up. There's always laws. And what you put off now for tomorrow is coming. Always. And I feel sorry for people who took those stimulus checks. I mean, granted, it was only $1,200. Most people rent is $900 plus. So even with $1,200, that only pays like 1 1/3 of the next month. Now, granted, if you was getting your unemployment, you was getting, you know, $8,000, $9,000, $1,000 a week, yeah, you could pay your rent. And I hope people did. I truly, sincerely hope people did. Sold out all over because people use stimulus and unemployment to buy useless stuff. True. True and very, very true. Fire and rescue's going by. The boys in blue. So yes, things have definitely changed. I mean, Target's electronics section was completely bare. Nothing empty. I believe that. I've been to several places where not only electronics, but just stuff. I tried to go buy. Now, granted, a lot of people are working from home, so y'all know that day. You know, a couple weeks back when I took that Saturday morning, I drove to 3 different stores trying to find Jennifer a chair and a desk. You know, a nice rolling chair so she can be comfortable, and a desk so she can sit at and not be crouched over all day. Because we had some little makeshift crap that as soon as the thing hit, as soon as COVID had hit and she started working on, I just, you know, knee-jerk went out to Walmart because I thought it was going to be temporary. And I just bought a couple of little tables. I was like, okay, well, look, you got to work on this, you know, for the time being. And that'd be that. Shoot, this has been, you know, going on 6 months now. So, yeah, I had to upgrade. But even with that stuff, now granted, those are things that people need. But all this stuff that people are buying that are just wants. Oh, I want a smart TV. Oh, I want a new gaming system. Oh, I want this and I want that. I am advising to get that against that. And it's probably too late because people have already done it. But it's nothing worse than making a purchase and then regretting it 2 or 3 days later. It's already out the box and it's already devalued. There's nothing worse than that. Matter of fact, that sucks. People are starting to hoard Lysol and wipes. People been hoarding Lysol and wipes. Hell, as soon as I found out in January, I started hoarding Lysol and wipes. I was so angry the other day because we had these two idiots come into the church and they did carpet up in the sound room. Well, I told them specifically, don't touch this and don't touch this. Well, not only did they touch the crap, they unplugged a bunch of stuff too. Which come Sunday, we didn't know what the heck was going on. We didn't have power to certain things, and we had to do a whole bunch of troubleshooting and run around, and we barely got everything up and running right before service started. Well, anyway, lo and behold, they had the whole place a mess. But one thing that they did that really pissed me off is apparently they took off they dropped it, knocked it off, whatever. But I had a can of Lysol wipes, and y'all know how hard those things are to come by right now. And now they didn't unplug the board; they unplugged the rack, which is even worse. So yeah, and they left my Lysol brand new bottle of Lysol wipes. Left the lid off. Fortunately, I saw it Thursday and I didn't come up with the idea until Sunday, but fortunately it was still moist, so they didn't get ruined. But I was pissed because they left my lid off of my Lysol wipes. Unplug the board. Why if they only doing car? I don't know. And I told them specifically, don't move this rack and don't move this rack. Don't even touch it. Because they felt they not only moved, they unplugged a whole bunch of stuff. And I told like I told the trustees, I was like, look, when I noticed it Thursday, I said I'm not gonna know the full effect of what they've done until Sunday. And when we found out Sunday, and I told her, I was like, hold these guys check up. Don't even pay them. Don't even pay them until after Sunday. Cause see, that's another thing. People do stuff, and there's no repercussions, especially for something like that when somebody has already told you not to do certain things. Somebody and the person who's running the space has already given you explicit, detailed instructions of what to and not to do. But see, that's the problem in this country right now. People do stuff and there are no consequences. Cause see, with that, if I was paying them, I'm like, okay, well, since y'all can't follow instructions, I'm docking your contract because you caused my folks to have to do extra stuff that they didn't have to do. So okay, $100 an hour. It took them an hour times 2 people minus $200. There you go. Or what or whatever they deem necessary for my pay and another person's pay to run around the whole entire church to try to find breakers that were non-existent, to only find out that they had unplugged something. That's silly. Because that's something that you didn't have to, we didn't have to go through that. But lack of consequences, for people. Will anything ever happen out of it? Probably not. Because the trustee's like, well, I'm gonna tell their boss and blah blah. What difference does that make? See, people don't understand that until you start freaking docking money. People understand money. Tents, etc. Okay. We have a nice tent that we never use, but I thought it was a good purpose, just in case. Guess electrons are good and I use it work for school. I saw a few TVs leaving the store. Yeah, I mean it's great. I mean, yeah, and tents are amazing. But I tell y'all this: if you open the tent up and you don't put it back in, and even if you do, it probably has a potential of doing it, but less of a chance. If you open that tent up and you don't put that thing fully back in the bag it came in, it's gonna dry rot. That's what happened to mine. I bought a really nice pop-up tent last year, left it out in a shed over the winter. Got ready to put that thing up, holes all in it everywhere. Dry rotted like crazy. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. With a 3 or 4 season tent. I mean, at this point in time, I mean that is definitely a great prep item, especially with the winter coming. You lose power in the winter, or you don't have heat in the winter. Set your tent up in the front room or in your bedroom. Sleep in your tent. You'll be warm. More than likely, you'll be warm. Especially if you got like a 2 or 3 person tent and you got 5 people in there, y'all gonna be warm. You gonna be hot. Oh goodness. Oh yeah, tents are definitely great prep items. Those little buddy heaters, excellent. Especially when you're these are things you got to be thinking about now while it's hot, because see, you can get some of that stuff on sale right now. The little buddy heaters, blankets. See, nobody wants any blankets. Nobody wants long sleeve shirts. People don't want jeans right now. See, this is the time to stock up on wool socks. Why? Because it's 100 degrees outside. Don't nobody want that right now. Buy your preps off season and get them for freaking pennies on the dollar. I really want to camp them. I sold mine in February. Why'd you sell it? I do too, to be honest with you. See, great thing about a camper, you can pull that sucker up anywhere. Hell, Walmart parking lot, and bam, you can sleep. Sleep in a tent in the heat. Last Sinclair Prepper said to sleep in a tent in the heat goes out too. Oh, I didn't know that. I know it keeps the heat in. I didn't know that it'll put the heat out. And see, that's something I normally do in the summertime. I normally sleep in the backyard in the tent. I got one more tent left. And see, I'm glad y'all are talking about this, because I'm gonna go and get me a couple more tents. Because I threw away all my tents because they was getting old and stuff. Because I was using my stuff. I was sleeping in my tents. And see, another thing, I like little small tents. I don't like them big old huge tents, 4-bedroom tents and all that kind of stuff. I like little small tents because they're easy to conceal. Sorry, if no heat, sleeping. Oh, okay, yeah. Last impression been listening to me, I see. Nah, not really. AP is great. Yeah, I love him. But yeah, if you don't have any heat, sleep in a darn tent. You'll be all right. Get you some wool blankets. If you got a military surplus store, if you can find them online, buy you some some wool blankets. I got 2 so far. And when I was in the Navy, I had plenty of them. I had access to plenty of them. That kind of stuff is not important when you're young. Only when you get older. Yeah. So, things are just changing, y'all. We got to change with the times. I believe it's going to get way, way worse before it gets better. I just believe that. Oh, doggone it. Oh, shoot. That's right. I got to go across town and go do a job. I forgot all about that this morning. I'm supposed to be doing that first thing. And I gotta stop planning things first thing in the morning, because I have too many things to do first thing in the morning. I sold a camper to buy a bigger one, but then the pandemic happened. But in February, the pandemic was already here. And the way I see campers, especially if it's going to be a prep item. I've never been into campers, so I don't know. I'm just thinking from what I consider common sense right now. As a prep item, a camper, I'm thinking any size camper would do. Especially if if that's going to be like a part of your bug out situation. I would keep that sucker stacked or stocked with, of course, some canned goods, some water, of course, and some clothes and some blankets. Some fire starting material, and that could almost be like your bug out bag, except it's just so much bigger, and have that sucker ready at all times. And then sleep in that sucker sometimes, Pandemic started in March, April in Florida. Well, you must not have been on this channel in January. We were talking pandemic on this channel. I don't even think they were calling it pandemic then. We were definitely covering coronavirus. I don't even think we was calling it pandemic then. We was covering coronavirus all the way back in January, February. I know for a fact that when the new year rolled around, I was talking to my buddy about it, and I was like, y'all heard about this COVID? I don't even think they was calling, what we even call it, COVID-19 then? So yeah, we was tracking it then. Yes, I really want to camper back. Well, see if you can't contact the person that bought it from you and see if they be willing to sell it. The highways are the place you want to be doing an emergency. Who said it was gonna get on the highway? Pandemic, March, April. Okay. We got back from Florida just as it started really exploding there. We really want my camera back. Okay. Caught up. Now I agree with the Tonga. I agree with you. It's the last place you want to be, but but as preppers, we have telltale signs that things are gonna get bad, or things are getting bad. And if you made that decision that up front you're gonna bug out, you should have like 2 weeks out. All right, these are the telltale signs. We're starting to see things. 3 days before we know it gets bad here, we got to get out of here. While things are still pretty normal, I guess you could say. And this situation kind of reminds me of after Armageddon. It was a pandemic that hit in that movie. And, good Lord, I don't have no gas. Dang. It's like I'm always putting gas in this freaking truck. I gotta stop down here and get some. You wasn't here in January. I watched Prepping for years, but picked up my game in. Okay, cool. All right, well, we can't fault you for that if you didn't find us until after, because I know we were talking about it. That was like topic of discussion, like crazy. Golly, matter of fact, I got to the point I got tired of it. And that's back when the numbers were like, y'all remember when the good old days when the numbers were like, yeah, they're like 10,000 cases in the world. It's like, and I don't think we was covering it when it was that, but it was literally. I do remember back when it was like, it was literally like 100,000 cases in the world. I know we were covering it then. Look back at some of our stuff in January and February, Gene. I know we was covering it because I remember being at the church every Tuesday and Saturday. And we was doing, back then we were doing movie reviews, and we were doing doggone it, The Colony. We was in first season of The Colony. We would watch an episode every week. Y'all remember back then? We would watch an episode every week, and then on Saturday we would talk about it. Those are the good old days. That's back when we was having fun. That's back when Plant-Based Homestead Prepper was where we make prepping fun. Now it's Plant-Based Homestead Prepper, where we just try to keep you from being depressed. Because it's crazy now. It really is crazy. This is crazy times that we're in. It's crazy if I run out of gas. That's going to be, oh shoot. It's going to be even crazier. I am a subscriber, Homestead Hopeful Tara. Yeah, Tara claims that her channel was inspired by this channel. And I just say that Tara, she's like, look at this fool. If he can do it, anybody can do it. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Hey, I aim to inspire, motivate, educate, and congratulate. I need to make some more videos soon. It has been a while. I checked your channel a couple weeks ago. I was like, dang, Tara had, at that point in time, I don't think you had made a video in like a month. But I understand, life happens. And trust me, it's a commitment for me to come in every day with you guys. 40,686. Y'all hold on. Yeah, it's definitely a commitment, you know, starting a channel and just getting it to 1,000 subscribers. It's harder than anybody could ever wish, hope, or know. Now, granted, some people start channels and within a week, 2 weeks, a month, they got 1,000 subscribers. And I'm like, how the heck did you do that so quick? Adrian from Paul and Adrian, All Grid Desert Farm, Paul and Adrian, she started a channel, and within like a month and a half, she had over 1,000 subscribers. I'm like, what the heck? But, you know, they kind of showed me what they do. See, I don't have that kind of time to do what they do. They, you know, they are relentless with building their, you know, their channels. And Paul, I don't know if he emailed me or commented, but I got it via email. He was like, yeah, I noticed with YouTube, you know, I used to get 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 views, and now I'm only getting up to 500. So everybody is noticing that something has changed with YouTube. You know, and of course YouTube can change their stuff how they want to. Promote on other channels, super chats. Yeah, I did that to get to 1,000, and I'm just not willing to put into other channels like that anymore, because I can use my resources for my own channel or for my own, you know, stuff, my own life. Everyone settled down. The second wave is coming. Lockdowns are coming again. Now that I agree with. That was a quick 15 gallons. That didn't take long at all. Thank you, Gene. Promote. Let me see. Tara, great video. Yeah, Tara does have great videos. Pantry video for females is always great. Lots of interest these days. Everyone settled down. The second wave is coming. Lockdowns are. Oh, you know what? That's a good point, Tahanga. Because you're right. A lot of people are back to work now. People are not as, you know, as turned up as they were. My husband is at the last day of training in USPS. He should find out his first work schedule today or tomorrow. Okay, cool. Man, that went by quick. Seemed like just a few days ago we were talking about him starting. He's already through with training. What's that been, like a month and a half? That was really quick. And have you guys gotten all moved in to your in-laws' place? And if so, how has that been? I know you was telling me that the place was inhabitable, and the question I have is, were they living there, or was it just wasn't occupied? What do you do for avocado trees during the winter? I bring them inside. I got a spare bedroom, and that poor bedroom is just full of like all kind of trees and plants and just, yeah. Now, one thing I did notice this past winter is that my apple trees, I left them outside, my little apple cuttings, they made it. This year has been insane. Tara, I think I have seen you on other channels. I've seen Miss Grace on That's a Prepper, this channel and other channel. Yeah, you guys don't sign a contract with this is the only channel you can be on. We moved in with my son because the in-laws place would cost too much to get livable. They were living there, but it's not safe or comfortable. Okay. I get it. I truly get it. Trust and believe. So we're headed to Lowe's this morning. I gotta go grab some filters. I promised this house I was gonna bring you back some filters this morning and take care of them. Then I gotta go to Virginia Beach. No, that's actually Chesapeake. Yeah, Chesapeake, Virginia Beach, same area. And go check on some plumbing. After that, I was going to do a storm door, but when I found out it was going to be 100 degrees outside, I was like, no. Up north, units wouldn't cool it below 85. Massachusetts and New Hampshire. Really? Okay. I didn't realize apples were a hardy fruit like that. I didn't realize that. I had no idea. Well, while I'm out here, I'm gonna go check out these other folks too. They out here. I get too many calls. That's well, you know what? I can't say that. Let me take that back. Disregard that last statement, because you know what? People need me, and I need to show up because it's the money. Start telling people pay me in Bitcoin. Oh goodness, too funny. Now Harvard. And I got some things going on in my business right now. Really good friend of mine, great business partner, texted me this morning. I mean, like last night at midnight. It's like, why is this such and such? And that, it just from the question, I was like, you're like my number one person, and you don't understand how this stuff works. No matter how many times I explain it. So I gotta do something I don't really want to do, but it's gonna free up some of my time. And not only time, but you know, time is money. Y'all do know that. And I've taken too much of their responsibility for their business. So I'm about to give them all back to them. Give them all their responsibility back. Be like, okay, no problem. You want things done a certain way at a certain period of time? Here you go. 'Cause I'm not stopping you from doing your stuff, you know. For winter units, air conditioning units wouldn't cool it below 85. All states still stopping people at border checkpoints. Really? I didn't know that. Florida is, Georgia isn't coming from, I don't understand what that means. I guess I'll take y'all in with me. I'll see what size I need. I think I need 25 by 25. They're pretty large filters. Oh, 20 by 25. And that's the reason I check all the time. Because I can't trust my memory. I knew they were pretty large, so I need 20 by 25s. I'm going to go ahead and get at least 6 months worth. At least that many. I'll leave that open, unlock. I can come back and put them in there. I was going to lock the back of my truck. Because people steal at Lowe's. I don't know if y'all know that or not, but contractors are some of the worst, most slimy people on the planet. They'll rob you blind, in your face and behind your back. This guy just bought him a new grill. Good times. Good times are coming. Oh, okay, so that was Tasha saying coming from Georgia to Florida, they don't stop you. All right.